Hello, how are you? I hope you are okay. I hope you are studying at home and I hope you remember your English. Okay, let's start the class for today. Okay, so first of all, the day today is Tuesday and it is the 3rd of November. Tuesday, the 3rd of November. Okay, now for this class, you need to open your pupils book and we're going to go to page 19. Page 19, so that's this page here, okay? Unit 2, Lesson 2, Grammar, okay? Remember, you can pause the video if you need to. Okay, do we have page 19? Excellent. Now, before we start, let's practice the vocabulary from the last class, okay? So, personality, right? Let's see if you remember. All right. So, let's go through them, all right? Let's remember. So, we have tidy, all right?
Tidy.
And desordenado,
Untidy.
untidy. Confident
Confident.
and shy,
Shy.
tímido. Active,
Active.
lazy,
Lazy.
perezoso, like me. Friendly,
Friendly.
unfriendly.
Unfriendly.
Quiet,
Quiet.
noisy,
Noisy.
kind, generous,
Kind.
unkind.
Unkind.
Okay. Do you remember? Excellent. Very good. All right. Now, let's have a look on page 19. Okay. So, we have a little text, a conversation with Josh and his grandma. Now, before we read, I want everybody to open your notebook en la libreta. Abre la libreta. All right, open your notebook and we're going to take some notes. Okay, so in your notebook, I want you to write the title, was, were. Okay? So, okay, and I want you to copy this table. All right, I was or I wasn't. You were, you weren't. He was or she was, or he wasn't, she wasn't. We were, we weren't. They were, they weren't. ¿Qué son estas palabras? Estas palabras es el verbo to be en pasado. ¿Os recuerdas el verbo to be? I am, you are, he is, she is, we are, they are. Okay, so this is normal. Pues por ejemplo, puedo decir, he is happy. He is happy. Okay, now, in past, en pasado, se cambia para estas palabras. He was happy. I was happy. Okay, en pasado. Okay, so copy this. And underneath, we have a question. Okay, and the question is, what were you like when you were young? What were you like when you were young? And in Spanish, I think that's como eras cuando eras joven. Okay? So this is what we're going to ask grandma. Esto es lo que va a preguntar a su abuela. Okay? What were you like when you were young? Young quiere decir joven. Okay, let's look at some example phrases. I was happy when I was young. Not I am happy, but in past, en pasado. I was happy when I was young. He wasn't lazy when he was young. And as a question, were you friendly when you were young? Okay. So copy all of this in the notebook. Okay. Copy all of this into the notebook. Okay. You can pause the video while you copy. Okay. Did you finish copying? Okay, very good. Now let's go back to page 19 in the book, okay? Page 19. And we're going to read and listen to the conversation with Josh and his grandma. Okay, are you ready? All right, so listen and read.
Hi, Grandma. Can you help me with my school project, please?
Yes, of course.
What were you like when you were young? Were you tidy?
No, I wasn't. When I was young, I was very untidy.
Were you confident?
No, I wasn't. I was very shy.
Were you active?
Yes, I was. I'm active now, too. It's time for my yoga class. I don't want to be late.
Thank you, Grandma. Have fun.
Okay. Did you listen? Did you understand? Okay, good. She said. So he asked, "What were you like when you were young? ¿Cómo eras cuando eras joven? What were you like when you were young?" He says, "Were you tidy, organized? Were you tidy?" She says, "No, I wasn't." Okay, good. Let's go. Okay, so let's have a look. So here it says, "What was Grandma like when she was young?" What was Grandma like when she was young? ¿Cómo era la abuela? Okay, so what was Grandma like? She was. He says, "Were you tidy?" He says, "No, I wasn't. When I was young, I was very untidy." Just like here. Untidy. Okay. And he says, "Were you confident?" And she says, "No, I wasn't. I was shy." Tímida. So she was shy. He says, "Were you active?" And she says, "Yes, I was. I'm active now." So she was active. Which one is active? This one. Okay. So we can circle these three. So what was Grandma like when she was young? Well, I'm going to say she was untidy, so we can circle this. She was shy, and she was active. Yeah, she was untidy, she was shy, and she was active. Okay, very good. So let's circle these three. And when you finish, we can go to the activity book. Okay, so let's open your activity book. All right, and we're going to go to page 17. Okay, page 17. So unit 2, lesson 2, grammar, page 17. Okay. So, okay, we have the page. All right, let's do the exercises. First exercise, we have to complete the table using the words in the box. Let's do this all together. Let's have a look. Okay, so you can write the answers in your book. Puedes escribir las respuestas en el libro mientras que estamos haciendo. Okay. The first phrase. I tidy when was young. Let's have a look. I was tidy when I was young. I was tidy when I was young. Quiere decir, yo era ordenado cuando yo era joven. I was tidy when I was young. He was noisy. He was noisy, right? We look he. When he was young. He was noisy when he was young. Let's look at the third one. You were, now we need an adjective to describe. You were kind when you were joven, when you were young. Good. And the last one, they were active when quiere decir cuando, when they were young. Okay? So make sure you have all the answers written correctly in the book. All right? Very good. Okay. So these are basic phrases, okay, using was and were. Let's look at exercise 2. Exercise 2. So here we have to put the words in the correct order, poniendo las palabras en el orden correcto. Okay? So, and we have to make a question. Let's look at number 1. Let's look at the example. Was she tidy when she was young? Okay. Was she tidy when she was young? Let's make question number 2. Now, the first word has a capital letter. So we'll say, were they kind when they were young? Were they kind when they were young? Let's try the next one. Capital letter here. So that's the first word. Was he, and then for the personality, was he friendly when he was he friendly when he was young? Okay. Was he friendly when he was young? Okay, and the last one, here the capital letter. Were you noisy when you when you were young? Were you noisy when you were young? Okay, so we should have 4 questions. Okay, esto tiene que ser apuntado en el libro. Okay, exercise 2. All right, so have a look. Okay, and you can practice repeating the questions. Was she tidy when she was young? Were they kind when they were young? Was he friendly when he was young? Were you noisy when you were young? Okay, very good. Okay, so let's make sure we have all the questions written correctly in exercise 2. Were they kind when they were young? Number 3, was he friendly when he was young? And number 4, were you noisy when you were young? Okay, and now we can answer them. We can answer the questions. Okay, so we look at the person. Miramos si dice she, he, I, you, they. Okay, and then we can find the correct answer. Okay, miramos de quién habla, podemos ver la respuesta correcta. For example, was she tidy when she was young? She, ella. So the answer is yes, she was. Okay, let's try the next one. I'll make this full screen. Were they, ellos, were they kind when they were young? Let's find the answer. Look, they. Yes, they were. Were they kind when they were young? Yes, they were. Let's try the next one. Was he, él, was he friendly when he was young? So let's find here. Oh, look, there it is, he. No, he wasn't. Were you noisy when you were young? So this is talking about you. And then here it says, no, I wasn't. Okay. All right, so make sure you have all the answers correct, okay, in your book. Okay, so here, make sure you put the correct answers in your book. Okay, all finished? Excellent. Excellent. Let's continue, and we'll do exercise 3. Okay, so exercise 3, we have to make phrases to describe these 6 people when they were young. Okay, hacemos frases para describir estas personas cuando estaban jóvenes. Okay, let's do it all together. Okay, so first one says he was quiet when he was young. Callados, because he's going shh, he was quiet. She's playing tennis. What word can we use to describe her? ¿Qué palabra para describirla? We'll say she was active. Yeah, active, doing lots of sports. She was active. Ahora decimos cuando era joven. When she, let's go, was young. She was active when she was young. Oh, what about this one? Perezoso. What word was this? Lazy. Lazy. So we have to write the phrase. They were lazy. They were lazy when they were young. Very good. Let's try number 4. So we'll look at these 2 people. Hay 2 personas, pues decimos they. They were, ¿qué palabra para describir esta habitación desordenada? They were untidy when they were young. They were untidy when they were young. Si no tienes espacio para escribir todo en el libro, puedes escribir en la libreta también. Okay? Make sure you have it correct. They were untidy when they were young. Okay. Oh, what was this one? Ruidoso. What was the word for ruidoso? Noisy. So we're going to say she, es una chica. We say she was noisy when she was young. Very good. And the last one. Mira, todo bien ordenado. So we'll say, what's the word for this? Tidy. Yeah, remember this was untidy. So this one is tidy. Okay. It's a boy, so we're going to say he. He was tidy when he was young. He was tidy when he was young. All right. So let's go through again, okay? And remember, right, all these phrases you have to write in exercise 3 in your book, okay? So let's look at the phrases again. Number 1, he was quiet when he was young. Number 2, she was active when she was young. Number 3, they were lazy when they were young. Number 4, they were untidy when they were young. Number 5, she was noisy when she was young. And number 6, he was tidy when he was young. Okay? Make sure you have all 6 phrases written correctly in the book. Okay? All right. Very good, everybody. So now, to recap, we should have this exercise finished in the student's book, and then page 17 in the activity book we should have exercises 1, 2, and 3 all finished. Okay. Remember, you can always go back and look again at the video, okay, to revise. Puedes siempre volver y mirar el video otra vez, ¿vale? Para estar seguro de las frases que estamos aprendiendo, okay? So, and then also, you should have in your notebook, okay, this copied in your notebook, okay? If you have everything, then we've finished for today, okay? Very good job, everybody. Okay, well done. And I will see you all on Thursday, okay? Very good. Bye-bye.